Hello and welcome to Big Orbit's Cardfight Vanguard weekly update. My name's James and today I'll be going through the new cards shown throughout the past 7 days. Starting off big, we have the mini booster VR, Transcendence Dragon Dragonic Nouvelle Vague. It's a grade 4 with the skill of Act Vanguard Circle once per turn, cost Soul Blast 1 grade 3 or greater, and until the end of the turn all your opponent's trigger effects are nullified, and this unit gets plus 20,000 power and -1 drive. If you or your opponent have 5 cards in the damage zone, retire all of your opponent's rear guards. This is good, but it seems that Waterfall and Vague don't like to work together too much. Which is a good thing in a way, as it stops things from going completely out of control. You are losing out on hand size, but if you can get off the retire skill, this is a huge minus to your opponent, especially against an Excel deck. The Hench base power also makes up the lack of hand, as it will be easier to guard attacks. The lack of guard restrict is going to make some people want to stay with Waterfall, but there are a couple of things making Vague a lot more consistent. One of those things is Nouvelle Critic Dragon. It's a RRR grade 2 with auto rearguard circle. When its attack hits a Vanguard, set your deck for a Transcendence Dragon Dragonic, reveal it and put it into your hand and shuffle your deck. A free searcher is always good, and sure you have to hit, but with things like Ralpier boosting, it should have enough pressure to hit your opponent when you're on grade 2 or grade 3. The second part to this is Nouvelle Roman Dragon, a grade 1 RRR. Auto rearguard circle when placed, cost reveal a Transcendence Dragon Dragonic Nouvelle Vague from your hand and return it to your deck. Search your deck for up to 1 Dragonic Overlord, reveal it, and put it into your hand and shuffle your deck. This is yet more reason to run this with Overlord, as even though a grade 4 card can mess with ratios, this will help any riding problems you may have. The only problem with the news about Nouvelle Vague is it might be telling us that even the grade 4s for Gear Chronicle will have force markers, which means they could get 2 or 3 markers each turn. Onto the extra booster, there are a couple of Neo-Nectar cards, starting off with the RR grade 3, Maiden of Trailing Rose. Her first ability is Auto Vanguard Circle, Rearguard Circle. When placed, you may call up to 1 plant token to Rearguard Circle. If this unit is on Vanguard Circle, call up to 2 instead. It's good to see that Sylvia won't be the only unit doing this, as otherwise the deck would struggle to achieve its goal. Also, interestingly, if you Legion with this card, because it only asks for the card to be placed, you can still get 2 tokens even when Legioning. Her other ability is Act Vanguard Circle once per turn, cost Soul Blast 1, and 3 of your plant tokens get plus 5,000 power until the end of the turn. This allows for all your tokens to become 10k boosters for such a cheap cost, and the power will increase further by other units. To help us further increase the power, we have the grade 1 Knight of Collective Prosperity, Craig. His skill is continuous Vanguard Circle, Rearguard Circle. All your plant tokens in the same row as this unit get plus 5,000 power. So if you see any unit on the back row that isn't a plant token, and you have 2 plant tokens on the back row, he's giving a constant buff of 10k spread out, which should help a lot. It's also promising that he works on Vanguard Circle, as it may mean we will get a grade 1 that can call tokens too, which will be amazing for the early game. Lastly, for the VEBO3 cards, we have the RRR grade 3 for Angel Feather, Crimson Impact Metatron. Her first skill is Auto Vanguard Circle when rode from grade 3, cost Counterblast 2, call a card from your damage zone to Rearguard Circle, and this unit gets plus 15,000 power until the end of the turn. So not only are you getting perfect guard for riding, you're also healing a damage and superior calling a rear guard, which is amazing for a RRR. Counterblast 2 is nothing when you can just call one of the face down cards out. Her second ability is Act Vanguard Circle once per turn, cost, put a card from your damage zone onto the bottom of your deck and deal 1 damage to this unit. This works the same way as Rescue, allowing you to get the benefits from a trigger you get through the ability, and allows you to countercharge again, as it doesn't ask for face-up cards. This card is so good and gives high hopes for Angel Feather's VR in this set. There are also a lot of promos shown this week. Each of them are for a different clan, and the first one I'll go through is Angel Feather's grade 1, White Whip Angel. She has Auto Vanguard Circle, Rearguard Circle. When your Vanguard's attack hits, one of your units gets plus 3,000 power until the end of the turn. This seems like an odd skill for Angel Feather, and one on its own isn't going to achieve much, but if you have multiple on the field, suddenly the buff can make a huge difference in the game. Hard Hit Scrapper is a Nova Grappler grade 1 with Auto Rearguard Circle once per turn. When it stands, if this unit is in the front row, you may have this unit get plus 5,000 power until the end of the turn. If your damage zone has 5 or more cards in it, it gets plus 10,000 instead of the 5,000, and countercharge 1 and soul charge 1. So long as you're on the 5 damage, Perfect Rise's skill essentially becomes a counterblast 1. So it could be wise to take early damage and keep your hand for late game, as if you can also stand 2 of them, they can both countercharge, and then you have 2 strong rear guards as well. It also complements Burst Riser, as he has a Soul Blast ability, and this card also soul charges. Another unit that works on 5 damage is Miracle Pretty for Dimension Police, and we finally get to see the card that this art belongs to. Her skill is Auto Rearguard Circle when placed. If your damage zone has 5 cards, 5 of your units get plus 5000 power until the end of the turn. This is a powerful buff for no cost. It's very good for Miracle Beauty as well, to even out the power loss through Miracle Fairy Larrabee. Eloquent Knight Gillick is a grade 2 for the Royal Paladin and has Auto Rearguard Circle when it attacks a Vanguard while not boosted, cost Soul Blast 1. And increase or decrease the power of this unit until it becomes the same as the power as one of your opponent's vanguards until the end of the turn. So if your opponent has had a few defensive triggers, you'll still have a chance to hit them. Even if it just causes your opponent to go for 5k, it's better than a dud attack. Oracle Think Tank get Imperial Shrine Guard Nozuchi, a grade 1. His skill is Auto Vanguard Circle when placed. Put any number of cards from your hand to the bottom of your deck in any order. If you put 1 or more, draw the same amount of cards and shuffle your deck. Only working on Vanguard Circle is a bit of a pain, but being able to fix an early hand can really help to avoid being grade stuck and make sure you have some nice shield to prevent too much damage in the early game. The last promo sadly doesn't have a skill announced just yet, but it is Gold Paladin's Battle Flag Knight Lordine, who in her previous incarnation was a grade 2, but we will likely see her skill pretty soon. And that is everything from this week. Be sure to check out next week when I'll be going through the cards shown throughout the next 7 days, and let me know your feelings on the new cards. With Koko's and Tachikaze's promos last week, it seems that they're giving a promo to each of the clans available in Standard for a mini release of promos. So I really hope Mega Colony gets some love and their first B-Series promo. We will likely be seeing Exculpate Blaster next week, which will be really interesting to see, and hopefully a couple more high rarity cards from VEVO 3. So I hope to see you next time. Bye!